Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight for Monday, the 30th of November. All right, just about to crack into December. Now, just looking where the North American session finished. Equity markets slightly up. Okay, so a little bit of positive risk sentiment. Now, the main theme from what's going around in the market, you need to sort of tune into this sort of on a daily basis, is what's really getting the dollar moving. Okay, if you can find out what the US dollar is doing, then trading is going to be easy. Now, there's talk about there's last week we're looking at sort of potential vaccines. The main thing that I'm sort of seeing and feeling is the political side of the US settling down now that Biden has sort of been basically given or confirmed that Biden's in charge. Trump sort of recognizes that, and everything's starting to settle down. So we're starting to see the macroeconomic fundamentals come into play, and not just the US numbers as well. This article here suggests that the strong Chinese numbers led to that bit of a risk-on sentiment, right? Lower dollar, higher Aussie, Kiwi, CAD, and of course you'd expect the euro and sterling to go with it. Now, there's a few weird things just before I come back to the charts. Now, there's a little bit of a shakedown here. You'll see this on the charts in a second on sterling. Now, the Aussie, Kiwi, Euro, sterling, they correlate together like 90% plus of the time, right? Sterling has just broken out of this, and it's because I'll just come back to the charts, make it a bit easier to tell you. And that's because we're starting to hear rumors of another Scottish referendum, right? That building momentum. So once again, a bit of negative for the UK if Scotland pull out of or go independent, right? So they've tried to do it a few times over the last 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. But once again, as this sort of builds momentum, it creates a bit of a negative flush out there of sterling. But the rest of the pairs, okay, we're starting to see, this is like the markets are crawling higher. I don't know, there's a little bit of a move here on the euro. To me, overall, dollar yen is trading sideways. We're seeing a weaker dollar CAD going with that really strong oil price. Now, we've got OPEC meetings to start the week. The rumor was last week they are talking about restricting supply even further to push the price up. There's no bigger reason to start getting those electric cars sooner than later and really screw them back, I would be suggesting. But so we've got OPEC coming up. We've got this, like a lot of build-up or an increase in build-up of activity or news around a Scottish referendum, putting pressure on sterling. The dollar index itself, okay, if I just bring you back to the main page, okay, it is drifting lower. Right, and on the hourlies, you can see now there's a short-term resistance around 91.90. If you're looking on a longer time frame, probably a little bit safer, resistance comes in around 92.05, that previous support line. And you know what? If nothing changes right now, well, then the dollar should drift lower. And the rest of the pairs, right? This is the first time, as I was just sort of saying before, they are slowly crawling higher, but we may see some sort of acceleration because I think traders, especially with the US elections and the COVID situation, everything else, we haven't seen any real solid trends. So the market's a bit apprehensive about getting in, but this is actually slowly unwinding, as in the dollar drifting lower. So this could be the start of a decent move. Am I 100% confident? Not really, but I tell you what, looking at the picture at the moment, it does look like it's on, right? But once again, don't feel bad about not feeling 100% confident, because I'm not. I would like to see some more data come out and impact the market, and that's where we can get really confirmation that this is on, and that leads to a potential. If you've got more confidence, you're going to trade with the bigger trade size and look for more opportunities. So at the moment, still a little bit apprehensive, but it looks good, right? I'm just looking for confirmation now. Just looking at the daily market insight, long-term trends. Well, the dollar, I tell you what, it's going down against sort of everything, right? And that's pushing the dollar block up. Some of these pairs, as I said, sterling sideways, dollar yen sideways, those sort of two pairs are in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not really focusing on those. But, euro, Aussie, Kiwi, that's already broken higher, right? You're looking for retracements to get in or some sort of strong macroeconomic data, and looking for opportunities to get short dollars on any sort of rallies at this point. Now, the dollar index, I had this sort of highlighted last week. The dollar index to me still staying short below 92.05 makes good sense, right? It's broken down through long-term support here. And but what you want to keep, like right now, and this is what I'm sort of saying here in the text, right now, if nothing changes, the dollar should just drift lower. But we do have some major releases or things to watch this week coming out. As I said, OPEC meetings that could impact the dollar, and more importantly, probably dollar CAD, the price of oil, dollar CAD, CAD yen. You want to be really focusing on that. And as we get through the week, Fed Chairman Powell testifies. You get some ISM manufacturing data coming out, and obviously the start of the month non-farm payrolls. Right, we get a first look at this now. This is the first data since we've got, or Trump's been dethroned. So it's going to be interesting to see how it impacts, see what the comments are. But right now, at this point in time, I'll be more looking for sell retracements in probably the dollar pairs and buy dips on euro sterling. I mean, euro, Aussie, and Kiwi. Probably going to leave sterling alone for the moment. So that's where we are right at the moment. It does look better. Things are settling down. There's less, there's even less COVID panic on the news wise. You still got the Donald there. He says he's going to step down if the electoral college can actually sort of say who's won. He's putting the pressure on them. Don't forget, keep an eye on sterling around any news related to that UK or Scottish referendum will impact, even though it's probably a long way off if anything happens there. And that's pretty much it. There's, it's a nice, easy Monday. No major glitches. It's been a Thanksgiving long weekend in the US. So, traders are going to start to get involved in the North American session on Monday. We'll see how those equity markets react. All right. Have a good week. Cheerio.